Coming up on Mountain News this morning, after 10 years of no answers, Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson have been found guilty in the disappearance and presumed murder of Crystal Rogers. And the big beautiful bill that President Donald Trump signed into a law will affect everyone from low-income earners to Americans in the top 5%.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this July 9th. It's just about 5 o'clock this morning and time to check on in with meteorologist Eric Dean for a look at that forecast today. Eric, it was a muggy start to our Wednesday. Like something would probably stick to me with how disgusting it was.
That's right. And the reason why, Amelia, is because those dew points are in the low to mid 70s. So very sticky out there. Nonetheless, good morning, everybody. It's 5 o'clock on the dot. Take a look here at the numbers from yesterday. Made it to 86 after a morning start of 70. 85 and 67 is where we should be for this time of year. The precipitation yesterday, it shows 0. This number is a little deceiving. We did have some rain in downtown Hazard, but the airport didn't see anything, and because the airport didn't see anything, that's what's going to go into the record books. Right now, temperatures are in the 60s and 70s, mid 70s towards Harlan, low 70s towards Boonville, Hazard, Whitesburg, mid 60s towards Wise. Clintwood's at 68, 73 is the temperature in Somerset. And in terms of visibility, nothing to talk about in terms of fog now in Hazard, Manchester, and Jackson, but you go towards Middlesboro, Williamsburg, Somerset, the main contenders in the morning, reduced visibility. So take a look here at live pinpoint Doppler radar. All is quiet right now, but that will change as we go throughout the afternoon hours. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 80s. I'll have your complete first alert forecast coming up in a few minutes, but right now it is 5:01. We'll toss it back to Amelia.
After 10 years of no answers, 2 weeks of testimony, and 4 hours of deliberations, Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson have been found guilty in the disappearance and presumed murder of Crystal Rogers. The mother of 5 was last seen on July 3rd, 2015. Brooks Houck was Rogers' boyfriend at the time. The jury found him guilty on both charges, principal or accomplice to murder and tampering with physical evidence. Joseph Lawson was on trial with Houck, facing similar charges, conspiracy to murder and tampering with physical evidence. The jury found him guilty on both counts. The Ballard family let out cries as the verdict was read.
It's not fair. It's not fair what they did. Not at all. I might not have been as close to Mom as my brothers and sisters were, but there's been days in my life where I've just sat down and cried because I wanted my mom there. Like having my babies. Like she would have loved my kids. She was a great mom, and she did not deserve what was done to her at all.
Meanwhile, in Bardstown, the community coming together to show their support for the Rogers family after the decade-long search for answers. As Sherry Ballard, the mother of Crystal Rogers, made her way through Bardstown, people were lining the streets wearing pink, which was Crystal's favorite color. Many also had pink heart balloons and held up signs as the Ballard family were escorted by police through town.
It's been hard. It's been hard from everybody. Everybody's been following this case, and I'm so proud of our community for everybody sticking together and everybody being out here right now. It means a lot.
Brooks Houck faces life in prison, while Joseph Lawson faces 25 years, the maximum sentences for both. Their sentencing is set for August 21st. The other man convicted in Rogers' case, Stephen Lawson, is already appealing his conviction. Right now, he's scheduled to be sentenced on August 6th. Attorney General Russell Coleman released a statement on the Crystal Rogers verdict yesterday afternoon. It says, quote, "Today justice was delivered in a Bowling Green courtroom. Our Commonwealth never forgot Crystal Rogers, her children and loved ones. Prosecutor Shane Young and law enforcement dedication to justice, coupled with the tenacity of the Rogers family, is the reason for this victory." Ahead of the upcoming school year, a new state law is intended to put safeguards in place to curb inappropriate interactions between students and school personnel. It eliminates communication that includes texting and social media. This new law has some parents and teachers worried about how it will affect their students and children. Madison Carmouche has more.
I think teachers are tired of us always being the bad guy. Tara Barnett, a Fayette County teacher, is entering her 25th year in the classroom. A new state law aims to limit the communication between students and teachers. As a teacher, Barnett would now need signed permission from parents to even communicate with their children. It would even impact her role as a Girl Scout troop leader.
And yes, we could have a letter signed, but where do we draw the line between we're trying to keep these kids safe and teachers have personal lives and have First Amendment rights outside of school?
Barnett worries these additional obstacles for teachers will hurt recruitment and retention. She says she has already seen teachers shying away from helping with extracurriculars for the upcoming school year.
The bad guys are still going to find a way to be the bad guy, right? They're still going to find a way to talk to these students that way. Right now, it's only hurting those of us trying to do the right thing because we don't want to get in trouble.
Alicia Wilson is a mom of 2 Fayette County students. She says this law is impacting her 15-year-old son's independence through communication, and it worries her as she prepares him for college.
We also have to be aware as parents who our kids are communicating with, so it doesn't take away the part of us parenting, but it does create a unnecessary channel for our kids to have to go through parents to get to coaches.
Barnett says as she prepares for this school year, she has more questions than answers, including who will oversee these new regulations.
But if you're not in our job on a daily basis, there are just so many little things that you don't know about because you're not there.
Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
There's currently a petition with more than 10,000 signatures asking the executive branch to halt any enforcement actions. Well, some folks have seen their car insurance prices going up. Mark Friedlander with the Insurance Information Institute says this could be for a variety of reasons, including inflation rates, bad driving, and even bad weather that we've seen throughout the Commonwealth.
We have seen many severe weather events in Kentucky over the last several years, whether it's tornadoes, floods, other hazards. And that type of loss is covered by what's called comprehensive auto insurance. It's a component of your auto insurance policy.
Friedlander says to talk to your insurance agent about what discounts you might qualify for and to shop around for a lower price. The big, beautiful bill that President Donald Trump signed into law on Friday could affect everyone from low-income earners to Americans in the top 5%. According to the nonpartisan budget model, those making less than $18,000 a year who don't pay much federal taxes but do rely on benefits stand to lose 2.9% of their income, which is almost $900. For middle-income earners, CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says some will benefit, others won't. It really just depends on the specifics.
You are. So if you get tip income, some of your tip income, you'll take a deduction for that. If you work overtime, you'll get a deduction for that. If you are a homeowner in a high tax state, the SALT, the state and local tax deduction, goes from $10,000 to $40,000.
Other middle income earners could come out ahead if borrowing money for a car, since some of that interest can be written off. The legislation also permanently increases the child tax credit, and it provides a tax deduction of up to $6,000 for seniors ages 65 and older. Well, the Trump administration slashed funding for existing research projects, cutting more than 1,000 grants worth more than $1 billion. Dozens of scientists whose research projects lost their federal funding shared their projects and stories on Capitol Hill yesterday. Those include research on pandemic preparedness, climate change, and communication for people who are deaf and hard of hearing. Senator Mitch McConnell is backing President Donald Trump's plan to resume lethal aid to Ukraine and criticizing what he calls weak policy from members of the administration. In a statement Tuesday, he said in part, quote, "The self-indulgent policy making of restrainers from Ukraine has so often required the president to clean up his staff's messes." McConnell also called for increased investment in munitions production to meet global security demands. Thanks for getting your day started with us on Mountain News this morning at 5:08.